Va salute. This is Troy Pacelli of Last Call, and I'm just here to let you know that the following live stream is rated R for adult language, highly inappropriate jokes, and oh, who the are we kidding? We have no idea what is going to come out of Gorilla's mouth. Viewer discretion is advised.
See the smoking gorilla underneath the city lights. No filter on his chatter, screaming truth into the night. He's got a heart that's burning, but his lungs are full of ash. He speaks his mind so freely, and he'll never take it back. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Words are flashing through the sky. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Free and wild as the sparks fly. Crowds gather fascinated by the tales he leaves behind. Each word erupt like thunder from a restless fierce mind. He drags on his ember glowing with each truth that takes a flight. Worlds collide in his perception, burning bright through the night. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Words are flashing through the sky. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Free and wild as the sparks fly. He's a lone star in the darkness, blazing trails against the dawn. A renegade of the jungle till his final breath is gone. 'Cause he won't hold back, he won't lie. Words are flashing through the sky. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Free and wild as the sparks fly.
And hello, everyone, and welcome to a random from a girl's perspective. I haven't done one of these in a while here. I sit out there and I've watched the State of the Union. Like, we watched the State of the Union last night, and I watched it on I always enjoyed Steven Crowder's streams. They're always a lot of fun. And he fucked up with his drinking game. He got fucking plastered last night, but I was kind of looking at some of the highlights coming from the State of the Union. And it's when the State of the Union used to be an event every congressman came to. If you can't show your fucking ass up to the goddamn State of the Union, then you shouldn't be in fucking Congress. It's like it's one of those things you're obligated to go no matter which side of the fucking aisle you're on. It is addressed to Congress. You're a member of Congress. You show up. Don't sit there and fucking boycott and host your own damn event all over again. And no counting sheep. I'm doing a perspective here, and I'm pointing out a couple of things that I noticed that I noticed on here. Like, for example, you had fucking Elon Omar and that fucking trashy ass Rashida Tlaib, which both of them shouldn't even be fucking members of Congress. There, just for the plain and simple fact is that they weren't born in America. And even Elon Omar, who married her brother here to get her brother citizenship in the United States, but they'll fact check that bullshit, that shit. But but that if you don't have, and she flat out said she has the interest of Somalia there. She does not work for the sorry, Minneapolis. I'll be a little bit respectful. She does not have the people of Minneapolis there that she's supposed to be representing firsthand. No, she has the people of Somalia firsthand. Rashida Tlaib, she's from Palestine. She doesn't even I don't even think she has the American flag outside her office. I see that she has a fucking Palestine flag out her. How is it that acceptable in the United States of America to not to have another country's flag outside your office and not the country that you're supposed to be representing there. But no, about 70 Democrats decided they're not going to even fucking show up there. They're host their own event, which some of the videos from I seen a few minutes of that. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. It's some of the cringiest shit I've ever seen. Like, you got a bunch of dancing frogs in the background. It was just making a mockery of the State of the Union there, which the president is to address the state. Now, in the last, I don't know how many presidents, it may have been always been this way, but they've always shown, hey, this is my great accomplishments. They bring up a couple stories here and there, but last night it was great. We had a couple of medal honor recipients. We honored the Purple Heart for a couple of the naval officers or National Guard officers that are shot there. They honored Charlie Kirk there, which we knew that was going to go on there. But these Democrats couldn't even stand clap for that. The fucking State of the Unions I remember watching that even during Barack Obama's there, if they brought someone on stage, even if it's just some story, they stood up, clapped. They couldn't clap. Hell, they even fell for the obvious trap. There was fucking flashing lights, blinking, saying, "Here's a trap ahead for you. Trap ahead for you." Yeah, for you. What he said: stand if you think your first duties to the American citizen is not illegal immigrant. And now the Democrats who fucking stand up for that. I mean, come on. Well, they couldn't even honor that medal. Now, whether or not you believe that the person should have got medal of honor, that's a discussion for another night. But we gave the medal of honor to the helicopter pilot who got injured in the Maduro operation. No, that was a midnight. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what they called that. That one, midnight hammer with Iran bombing. But if he still recovering from his injuries can stand up while receiving the fucking medal of honor, those geriatrics can stand their fucking geriatric asses up and applaud a medal of honor recipient. It's complete horseshit what they fucking did. They're embarrassment. Wearing fuck ice pins was complete bullshit. What happened to the dignity and honor of the prestige of the fucking State of the Union? They turned it into a fucking clown show is what they did. And before I go, I'm going to take a second here and I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat here. And welcome, JPRH1. Welcome. Howdy, folks. And welcome, Accounting Sheep. He's going, howdy, G. And hey, Bill, how's it going? Well, we're waiting, youngster. Well, it's a little late. I forgot to upload my song. I was finishing my bean and wieners. Hey, I'm 8:50. Yeah, I'm fashionably late. And hey, Kevin, how's it going? Welcome, Kevin's Trekkie. Or no, wait, not Kevin's Trekkie. Kevin's Theme Park Adventures. Everybody saying hello to each other. That's a wonderful thing about our community. We'll say hello to each other there. And welcome, Charlotte. Welcome. Kira, welcome, Sweet Happiness. Can you write Kira on a piece of paper and show it on the stream? The paper's all the way over I don't know why you want. No, I don't know why you want me to write Kira on a piece of paper. There, my pens are all on the floor. I haven't picked them up yet. Is this a do-over from last night without the Extreme Wrestling panel? No, I'm just bitching about the disgrace that the Democrats showed last night. Prerequisite for the job. Yes, it is. It should be a prerequisite that you show up for the State of the Union and you show up to vote, but even they don't even fucking do that. I got this from was it Thomas Massey or Marjorie Taylor Greene was saying this? No, it wasn't Marjorie Taylor Greene. It might have been Thomas Massey. I don't know. One of them was on the Tim Pool show, and what they said is what they do is that they'll go in there, they'll put a bill up and go, Democrats, yay, Republicans, yay, or it could be the other way around. Nobody actually vote. They actually got people that are sitting there. There's about 20 of them. They'll actually sit in there the entire time. When one of these bills come up, they'll actually call for it. They want a roll call vote and make everybody come in and do their fucking job there instead of sitting in their office trying to fundraise. And welcome, Oiler Greg. Welcome. I watched the State of the Union with someone very special last night. It was such a fun night, and we were just crying in laughter and shaking our heads in disgrace towards the Dems, especially towards. Oh yeah. Oh, I liked how he just looked you straight in the eye when he started calling out all the fraud that they first started getting uncovered in Minnesota here. These Minnesota reps like Tina Smith and fucking Elon Omar, and there's another bitch, I can't remember her fucking name, but makes me embarrassed to be a fucking Minnesotan. They're a fucking national embarrassment. Just say if she is a dumbass Muslim who puts her religious needs and persons who follow Islam first. It's not even really a Muslim thing. It's the fact that they're representing another country while they're serving us. They should be the other way around. And hey, Pickles, how's it going? Did not the Republicans shouting during Biden's show? And that one time with Marjorie Taylor Greene, I believe I called her out on that. She should have gotten thrown out too. It's ain't a Democrat Republican thing. It just happens to be a Republican State of the Union and the Democrats heckling him. And if it's the other way around, Marjorie Taylor Greene when she called out Lincoln Riley's name. God damn it, I pulled a fucking Biden there. When she called out Lincoln Riley's name there, throw her ass out too. It's not a Republican or Democrat thing. It's called respect for the assembly there. And they're saying, I don't want the Democrats to stand for anything good because they represent evil. Well, they destroyed their brand. They destroyed their brand last night. There's no recovery from that, especially when they fell for the most obvious trap. You could have blinking lights and signs up ahead saying trap ahead, and they still walked right into it. And released the files pins. They released a majority of them, but I got problems with the files too. But I'm not even gonna. I don't. That's for another stream right there. Republicans, I mean. You mean the Democrats, LDG. Please smash the thumbs up button. Thank you, Bill. I did smash it. I'm getting dizzy with the back and forth system. Well, that's the way we've been doing it for. Yeah, at least it's done. Well, Nixon resigned and his vice president became president, but we've always gone back and forth, it seems. It seems like it's always been back and forth. No foreign-born people should ever be allowed to serve. They simply do not have the country's interest at heart. And, people may like the Palestinian people and the Somali people, their people oppressed, All right, name a country you don't like. Okay, all these people don't like Russia. What would stop Russia from sending a bunch of pregnant ladies to the United States that are 8 months pregnant to the United States, have their kids born on American soil, they become American citizens, then bring them back to Russia, and train them or raise them there for them to come, then they can come and be in our Congress and be our president, even though just because they're born here, they're American citizens here, but they were raised with Russian values. You can say the same thing for the fucking Chinese. You can say the exact same thing for Venezuelans. You can say the exact same thing for Britain people or French people. Any fucking country that should not be allowed. You should be American and raised in America. And hey, GPRH1, and welcome, Roster Kill. Why do the Jews get to have 10 children and live off the government, but when else when someone else does it, it's fraud or trashy? When have the Jews done that and want do that? We see it mostly. And right now, the reason it's gotten called fraud is because it's not because of what's happening. You got all these daycare centers opening up that have absolutely no children in them. They got absolutely no children in them. There is a bunch of fraud with the autism thing. You're telling me a certain a certain community has what was it, like 45 to 50% more cases of autism than the national average in just one community. So maybe we should figure out what's going on that's causing all that autism. There was a bunch of Medicaid fraud, which they just cut off Medicaid funding until they can prove the source, where they're billing the government for shit that wasn't even getting done. And welcome, JPR Richmond. And welcome, nothing comment. What's not true? What's not true? I need specifics. I can't even understand what the fuck, dumbass. If you can't understand me, then get the fuck out. If you're just gonna put stuff like that, go. Why are you talking about the Somalis? I said Jews. Well, I don't. Give me some examples. Give me some examples. I want some examples. What am I making up? I can pull up sources if you want. What am I making up specifically? I'll pull up sources. That's most definitely true. You are a retard, can't make a statement. Well, if I'm so retarded, don't listen to me. I'll flat out admit I can be retarded. But I'm going by the observations that I've seen. Raised in America is not a guarantee of patriotism. Personally, I would take my chances with the Russian congressman over the average New Yorker. But we got to have some kind of standards. We got to have some kind of standards. Go for it. It's interaction. It's interaction. The one thing about YouTube is when you do that, it just gives me interaction. It doesn't count against me or not. I am not lying. You're not telling me what am I lying about? What am I lying about so I can prove you wrong? Tell me what I'm lying about. And hey, PvP, how's it going? Well, they're not giving me specifics here, so I don't know what to say. Because all I'm saying is, and all that I'm really saying is, I thought it was an embarrassment that you can't stand up for Medal of Honor recipients. You couldn't even stand up to say you support Americans instead of illegal immigrants. That was an obvious fucking trap there, but so now I lost my train of thought. And I thought it's kind of cool that they were presenting like the Medal of Honor. Because what it used to be is you used to have separate events for that, and not saying you still couldn't, but I like that. But it's also nice that they presented what was it, 3 Medal of Honors last day. You had the World War II vet. Then you had the fighter pilot who was in a dogfight in Korea, but he also served in Vietnam, World War II, and Korea. There, he got a big dogfight in Korea there, and he got a Medal of Honor there. Then you had no, that wasn't the Medal. There was a Medal of Valors too. I'm not sure how I feel about the goalie getting the civilians Medal of Freedom, but I'm glad that we're presenting them at the State of the Union. So, and everybody's saying hello. Oh yeah, he did mop the floor. He set the traps, because some of the stuff you might have exaggerated a little bit. Some of the numbers might have been flipped a little bit, but here's the thing: only one side ever gets fucking fact checked on that. That it seems like. But I like the idea you may not agree with the policies, but I don't see people giving better ideas there. Where I like having a account set up for as soon as kids are born. That gives them a leg up when they turn 18 and can get that money. I like how we get how we get the getting pretty much starting to get rid of Obamacare. That was a fucking disaster. It was a disaster when it was introduced, but it just took 15 years to see how much of a disaster it was. Everybody's complaining about the high healthcare premiums there, but what nobody ever talks about is that after Obamacare was introduced in the Affordable Care Act, is our premiums and our out-of-pocket expenses doubled and tripled. I remember that distinctly, watching that at my one job when I was working down at Pure Fishing there. I distinctly remember everything doubled and tripled on the healthcare stuff, and we see that they're going to use that as a path to get universal healthcare. But I like the idea of, instead of giving the money directly to the insurance companies, that it goes directly into accounts that Americans can control where our health insurance goes. And these companies are going to have to compete for those dollars instead of getting handed for it. It's part of the free market there. I think that's almost the best way to go about it there. There is, let the people decide which insurance they want there. And I'm pretty sure we're already going to keep the pre-existing conditions clause. I'm pretty sure that's going to stay in there. But and we also got the favored nations clause where if you because we're the ones that developed a lot of the drugs. We pay some of the most expensive prices. No, but now it's whatever the lowest price you sell to another country, that's the price we have to pay. I like that. Let's see. The Dems walked right into Trump. Oh yeah, they walked playing smack dab in. A hockey player doesn't deserve a medal. There could be arguments for that there. They gave Charlie Kirk. I'm pretty sure Charlie Kirk got one also, but gave it to Erica Kirk there. But it's Trump's decision on who to give it to. And we've given them to athletes in the past. There can be arguments on both sides for that. And STOU, I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. You're good to see it counting sheep. I thought Trump made a good speech. He hit a lot of good talking points. Oh yeah, and he did exactly what the State of the Union has been. He did his accomplishments. He may have exaggerated a little bit. They kind of, every president's done that, but it's just like, just to throw some of that stuff right in the face there and what we want to accomplish there. I am seeing a change, but a lot of the problem with this country too is there. I can see things my grocery prices are starting to trickle down. My gas prices have gone down. Everybody expects is right on the dime to change. Like, I remember President Trump didn't even sit his ass down in the chair yet, and they're already bitching about egg prices, which skyrocketed under Biden because there was a flu epidemic. They slaughtered a bunch of birds, and there was a bunch of other stuff. And eggs got up to $8, $9, $10 a dozen there. And he didn't even sit his ass down in the chair yet, and they're already bitching about egg prices. This country is like an aircraft carrier. Yes, we can turn it, but it's not going to turn on a dime. It's not like a little Pinto where you can just sit there and e-brake around the fucking corner on a fucking snowy road. It takes time for everything to turn around and get into the right direction. If Biden and Hillary or Sarah can have a Medal of Freedom, the hockey player can have one too. Did Biden get a Medal of Freedom and Hillary? Soros, it wouldn't surprise me that they gave that fucking Nazi a Medal of Honor. Now, I'm using that in the literal term because he because I'm pretty sure he came from either Eastern Europe or Germany there, and he had sympathetic ties to the Nazis. I could even I'll even Google that here. What? Because I remember someone was talking about that. I don't care what's. He is a Hungarian. Oh, okay. He was a Hungarian Jew. And he used papers to hide his identity. Okay, somebody. Okay, so they say that he was they made distortion misinterpret. So I'll take that one back just because of something else changed there. But from sources that I've had, which could be over exaggerated. I said that sources could be over exaggerating something. Let's see. Trump looked very presidential. And hey, Scurvy, how's it going? Everybody saying hi to each other. Looks like my hecklers left, so I have no one to argue with. I remember the olden days when Charlotte was a wolf form. And hey, brother Jay, how's it going? Welcome. A president had nothing to do with who was sitting in the chair. Well, here's the thing. That's the only thing they had. They were bitch. It was for like 3 months straight. They were going egg prices. It was like 3 months of that. Every fucking post that they couldn't have any other talking points. That's how it is. She was a Lupin. Who are you talking about there, Scurvy? I don't know who the Lupin woman in America. Let's see. Soros hates freedom. If he got a medal, let's see. It wouldn't surprise me if he got one. We always appreciate you. And hey, Moira, meow. Welcome, Moira. Yeah, I'm still woofy though, huh? And JPR asking Moira how she's doing. I think the egg prices have more to do with the chicken farms but seriously going up in flames than like Tesla's. No, they said there's a bird flu outbreak in a lot of turkey and chicken farms, but the problem with the flu is they don't just isolate the birds that have the flu there. They destroy the entire flock, which I had my dad explain to me one time, but I think that's kind of counterproductive there. There should be a way that they could handle the bird flu without having to destroy an entire flock. Rooster kill like sounds like me. Lupin means wolf like. Okay, gotcha. Let's see. A couple of chicken farms and mass colonies of chickens. All right, but that's pretty much what I've had to say on the State of the Union there. I thought it was a great speech there. A lot of the points are the exact same thing a lot of the presidents do, but I like the medals that were given out, the stories were actually kept me engaged there. But the reactions there, like when someone's getting honored, there you should stand up and applaud. When you asked, even if you don't believe it, when you're asked to stand, if you think that your duty is to the American citizens and not illegal immigrants, even if you don't believe it, just fucking stand. And also, if you can't keep your fucking ass awake during the goddamn State of the Union, then you shouldn't be a fucking member of Congress there. I don't care if you have to snort cocaine off a hooker's ass, and that's tame from some of the stories I've heard coming out of D.C. there. Your ass should be awake for the fucking speech, not sitting there sleeping. Then claim, oh, I was just giving a stink eye. I'll just give him the glare the whole time. No, your eyes are fucking closed. I could hear you snoring through the mics there. And Brother Jason's doing okay. But no, that's what I had. Oh, pass the coke. Oh, I thought maybe you'd say pass the hooker. Oh, but that's pretty much what I've had to say on this whole thing. So, a lot of stuff to disgrace. It's become a fucking clown. They're making the State of the Union a clown show now. Now with flipping off the president, where fuck making political statements like fuck ice pins, which you know. Bro, and then that wouldn't even gotten attention if they would have done like defund ICE or stop ICE, But to do the derogatory fuck ICE, no, that's what got everybody's attention. Yeah, heckling the president. There's a guy. His name starts with a C. I can't remember his name. It was during Obama's, and Obama was talking about Obamacare and all that, and someone just shouted, "You lie!" to him, and then he got sat there and got censured on the House floor the next day. He had to sit there and write a letter of apology to Biden and have that accepted, But now it's become a thing where you don't even punish the people for it there. Jem showed they hate the country and the American people. Yeah, there's no recovery. They're going to remember that for a long time. It's disgraceful for some in Congress to have not showed up. Show respect to the office of the president, even if you don't like the current one. Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing that brought me out. Their event was so fucking cringeworthy. Go watch like Memeology 101 or even like Tim Pool. He showed a couple clips on his State of the Union there. They watched the first like half an hour show of the fucking people's state of the swamp or whatever the fucking retarded thing they called it there. They were showing it. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, they totally did PvP. Yeah, Fetterman seems to be the only Dem that had any respect. The one guy I show that I shit on this guy so much coming up to the election there. I shit on him, and I was saying that he shouldn't be a congressman because of the strokes and then he suffers some brain damage. But why is it that the only Democrat that makes a lot of sense, he seems like he's actually in his heart, he's for the people there, even though I don't agree with a lot of his votes there. And he actually showed a lot of respect during the state. It's the one with fucking brain damage. Somebody explain that one to me there. That the only Dem that one of the very, very few Democrats that I have any respect for is the one with brain damage from a stroke. So, someone please explain that one to me. I agree, it's screwy. And it was sad to see their disrespect for their country. Yeah, they couldn't even applaud for us bringing the gold medal over there. Canada, they sat there and booed our national anthem when they came on. Okay, but then we handed them their asses in their own fucking game there. We brought home the fucking gold. The first time in 46 years. It's a miracle on ice there. We took down the fucking Soviet Union. And they couldn't even clap for us bringing home the fucking gold there in one of the toughest Olympic sports there. No, the whole talking point with these Democrats is the fucking locker room joke when they said, when they're talking about them inviting him to the White House, he's invited to the State of the Union. They'll bring him on a military plane if they ask to. But I guess we have to invite you boys there, we'll have to invite the girls, knowing that they're not going to fucking show up. He knew that as a fucking locker room joke. Everybody was laughing, but that they're being, oh my God, I'm getting tired to see the videos of these people bitching that is such a sexist joke. It was a funny joke. You knew they weren't going to show up there. Everybody could tell it was a fucking joke. I don't care if they don't stand, if they disagree with the statement. They don't. Yeah, but it's still, when you're honoring a medal honor recipient, your Purple Heart recipients there, or we're honoring our Olympians coming home with the golds there. You should have please applaud for it. Or if you're not going to stand up and applaud for them, at least stand up when you ask, is it your duty to serve the American people or fucking people from another country? You can't even fucking do that. Canada hasn't won the gold in hockey since 2014. My country is a joke. Did you guys take it the last Winter Olympics? I thought we got the silver and Canada got the gold of the last Winter Olympics. I swore it was because I swore it's down to Canada. I blame it on the liberals and those who vote for them. Well, maybe guys need your moment there where they show the disrespect and stuff. And per scurvy. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go for an hour. I'll open this up, but as soon as the hour mark comes along, I'm cutting her off. Yeah, if they can't respect a 100-year-old vet, they have no class. Now they know. Yeah, I agree. It's messed up if the Congress couldn't applaud the U.S. Olympic team at least. Oh, yeah, it's become a joke. Yeah, hey, PvP, I knew you'd be the first one up.
Yeah, well, I figured this is an interesting topic, so what the heck, eh?
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that speech last night. You know, a lot of times a politician will give a speech and it's boring beyond it's boring beyond belief a lot of the time and pointless too. But Trump was really hitting a lot of high notes. You know, just hitting pretty much everything. You know, and I thought honoring the veteran, the 100-year-old veteran. You know, and I think he honored that cop that got shot in the head that was not supposed to survive, and yet he was there with his mother last night.
Yeah, he got the Medal of Valor. He was the National Guardsman there. He honored 200. He honored 200-year-old veterans.
Yeah, it's just I just thought it was so. You know, people that say Trump, I hear over and over again. Trump is you know, Trump is this, Trump is that, Trump's crazy, Trump's a madman, yada yada. I just get so sick of these imbeciles that can't understand when yet they've got a good leader. I just can't get it. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. You know, I mean, America's in a hell of a lot better shape now than it was with Biden. You know, and if people can't see that, then I guess they got their head up somewhere.
Well, the problem with this country is everybody expects stuff to turn on a dime, to sit there and turn like you're e-braking around a corner on a snowy road. And the Southerners might not get that reference there, but us Northerners understand that because we go drifting all the time in the winter there. But we're more like an aircraft carrier. Yes, we can turn, but it's a slow turn around there. It's not everything's gonna be on a dime there. When you say, oh, I'm gonna do this on the first day, yeah, you're gonna start putting the pieces together on the first day, but you're not gonna get it done on the first day there. That's just talking points for that they always use there.
Well, the thing is, as soon as the president comes in, they've got to start taking care of the damage done by the previous administration quite often, unfortunately. Yeah. And that takes a lot of time and energy at the start of a term. I'm actually impressed how much Trump has accomplished in just over a year's time. I think he's got a lot of achievements piled up. I mean, when I compare him to what we have up here in Canada, our so-called leader, which I don't think he could run a bake sale personally, but he's been in office for about a year now. He's achieved absolutely nothing. He hasn't got any good trade deals done. He's cozied up with communist China. he just sent another 2 billion of our tax money to Ukraine the other day. So that's like 4 billion he sent to Zelensky now. And the first time he sent the 2 billion like 6 months ago, guess what happened to it? It went into the Brookfield Management Company there that he owns. It went into his company because Zelensky gave him a deal to rebuild Ukraine. So he takes 2 billion tax dollars, gives it to Zelensky. Zelensky gives him a deal, puts the money into Carney's company. And I don't know if that looks like money laundering to you, but it sure don't smell right to me.
Well,
I'll tell you that.
that's what you call a quid pro quo.
I just think it's outrageous that we have so many problems here that need money. We have millions of Canadians going to food banks. And instead of helping, like, why didn't he give $2 billion to the food banks across Canada? Wouldn't that have done some good? But no, screw Canadians, right? He'll just help, some guy over in Ukraine that's, I think, quite corrupt personally.
Yeah. All right, so let's catch up on chats here.
Anyway, enough of that.
Only an hour. I wasn't even planning on the hour. I was planning on maybe half an hour of my bitch there, but I'll let other people come up and talk and stuff. We'll stretch it out. Or 100-year-old veteran, everyone should have applauded. Yeah, exactly. PvP, you mostly hear that because of where we live.
I'm not sure I'm not sure what the point was there, but
yeah, best State of the Union address in U.S. presidential history. Oh, it'll be one marked to the ages. I've only ever heard two of Obama's. That's when I first started listening. Trump's, Biden's, and Trump's again. If only it was a little shorter. Hey, I can tell you, at least I wasn't bored at all listening to the speech, because Trump knows how to entertain a crowd there. But, yeah, he could go on and on. He could have probably gone on for 3 hours, but he stuck to an hour and 47 minutes. Carney is just a transition us into the New World Order. Hey, that's not a lie, because he's flat out said it on TV there when he was cozying up to fucking China.
Yeah, and I don't care how much Carney talks about a new world order. The old world order, like America, ain't going away anytime soon. Yeah. So Carney he's got his blinders on so much that he can't see reality if it hits him in the nose. Like if I compiled a list of all the dumb things, all the irrational things that he said in the last 12 months, it would scare the crap out of a lot of people if I started writing it down, which I should have done, because it's one goofy comment after another. When he said Muslim values are Canadian values about 6 months ago, then just the past week or so, he comes out saying that Christian values are not the same as Canadian values. Like, that's nuts. Christians built Canada for 150 years before Carney came along, but he doesn't even have the decency to give them any credit. And now he's trying to imply that they're non-Canadian, they're un-Canadian or something. Like, there's an agenda at work here that's very dark and very sinister. And I'm extremely concerned. More people need to wake up, but it's just like the Dem voters down there. There's millions of people that just refuse to wake up and see daylight, no matter how much they suffer for their voting habits. They don't seem to figure it out that they're voting for the wrong people.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad Trump got in.
Yeah. I noticed that the people that are sitting there calling me a fucking liar and calling me a goddamn retard just couldn't back me up with any facts, though.
They never do.
One guy was adamant that I was lying, but he wouldn't tell me what I was lying about, so I could prove him wrong.
Yeah, well, give specifics about what you're lying about.
Yeah, that's the most annoying thing. They come in and they heckle and call you a retard, a dumbass, and everything else, but they can't back up anything that they're saying.
Well, what the
That's
pattern is with people on the right usually try to utilize facts to win an argument. I see most of the time people on the left just use name calling and, just calling you of this and of that and the other thing
Yeah.
because they can't win an argument because they don't
Like-
have any facts.
Like this one here, this just sounds like a dumbass who's just sitting there to insult me because he doesn't agree with anything I'm saying. You know, this one here, I asked them to give me specifics. They wouldn't tell me. That crap's fucking annoying.
Oh, I know it's really, well. Hey, well, that's the problem. Carney's got so many people up here hypnotized that Trump is the problem when Trump has nothing to do with the problems here. It's Carney that's the problem, but he uses Trump as a scapegoat so he can get away with all the dumb decisions he makes. And it's painfully obvious if anybody, if you're paying attention, but so many people, well, a lot of people watch, the mainstream media like CBC too, and that's pure propaganda for the liberals. Oh, by the way, if it makes you feel any better, Gorilla, I know exactly what you mean about being attacked by these idiots. I posted something on Facebook about a week ago because Brian May, the guitar player in Queen, said they no longer tour the U.S. because it's too dangerous now. So I typed in as a reply, and you don't think it's dangerous living in the UK these days? And I put like, LOAF or whatever. Basically, I was making a joke, I thought. And you should have seen the tirades of hate I got back in the last week. Like last time I checked this morning, it was like 68 comments. One of them supportive. The rest were all attacking. And it wasn't like attacking with facts. It was all, Trump derangement syndrome. It was all name calling, me, calling me a fool, calling me an idiot, calling me uninformed and ignorant.
Don't you take those ones personal? Because I do that a lot in these. I'll go sit there, especially if there's a lot of comments. There's a couple times I put in there, guys like, geez, this must be where the fucking Timu Forest Gumps hang out. And so I just enjoy the fucking comments I get back.
Yeah, well, I did for a while, but it was just getting, I'm not that interested in arguing with these clowns, quite honestly.
Well, don't take it personally. I do that shit on purpose.
I put in a lot of good comebacks, and but of course, it doesn't matter how good your comeback is or how many facts you have. They're just going to turn around and attack you again. Doing the name calling garbage. Anyway, I got so fed up. I removed my comments this morning, and I marked that channel to get no more messages from them for the next month.
I would do.
I want it.
I do it on purpose. It takes just don't respond to them. You put it there. I purposely antagonize people on those channels. Just
oh yeah,
but I know it's
just like I was done with it, so I won't be getting any more notices about. And I'm thinking you're right, Gorilla. They'll be attacking me. They'll be posting stupidity for the next month probably, even though I'm not paying attention anymore, which I think is hilarious because if they want to waste, their time, that's fine with me. I really don't care what they do.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have even responded to that at all.
I should. I made the mistake of responding a few times. That was probably the problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see. PvP. The point was most getting into nothing but bitching about Trump. Yeah, exactly. I've heard every State of the Union address that's Reagan. Nice. Jay, the dinosaur here. LOL. PvP has carried out for Trudeau.
It's been 11 years now. Trudeau started to put us down the drain, and Carney's made it even worse in the last 12 months.
Yeah. Trump has placed a devastating tariff on Canadian eggnog. there it is. There I was waiting for it.
There we go.
Oh, we got our eggnog joke. Stream's over. Okay, thanks, Charlotte. Oh, thanks, Charlotte. PvP, were the face problems all from squiggly lines?
No, they were mostly. I think a lot of them were from people in the United Kingdom. Somehow they thought because I implied that Brian May's a bit out of touch, saying America's too dangerous to do a tour there, but he lives outside of London, and from what I've heard, there's a lot of crap going on in the UK that's bad. But of course, they're all like, "Oh, the UK's way safer, just like Canada. Canada's much safer, much better country than the United States." And I'm like, "Oh, you people are deranged." Seriously, I got sick of listening to it after a while, or reading it, I should say. But yeah, there's so many millions of people that they're complete basket cases, is what they are, sadly.
Oh, that happens.
Yeah.
There.
Anyway, I'm just going to try and focus more on positive stuff, and I'm just going to kind of just stay away from the chattering, massive morons out there. I don't really want to engage them anymore.
Yeah. Shara's young enough to be our daughter, said Scurvy. Heartland. The girl is baby sister. I'm gonna make a comment, but no, I'm not gonna make the comment there. No, I'll bite my tongue. Girl ain't that young. Have you noticed my gray hair right about here and here? Oh, actually, I don't even know if it shows up. Yeah, it shows up a little bit. My gray hair here.
There you go.
Not really basket cases. They prefer to live with their heads in the sand.
Ostriches.
Yeah, exactly.
Ostriches. Yeah, exactly. Good comment.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, a lot of people get their news off of a 15-second TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Well, I've never paid attention to TikTok because I've seen enough, YouTube people posting some of the ridiculous TikTok stuff, like in shorts and stuff, and boy, there's some crazy people on TikTok.
No, but a lot. I've seen so many people like the kid's mother there. She gets all her news from 15-second TikToks.
Yeah, well, 15-second news isn't much. It's not really news at all, as far as I'm concerned. It's like are you going to read a novel in 15 seconds and understand what it means?
Well, you can get the bridge versions.
Yeah, but even the bridge version, you have to spend more than 15 seconds on it.
Yeah. Now, see, I'm 23, he's 30. No, I'm 34. 10 years difference, basically, I'm his baby sister. Now you could be the sugar baby right there. If I had more money, I'd be looking for a sugar baby.
I'm not even going to make a comment on what I would be to Charlotte, age-wise. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh boy.
We'll just give you shit about for about a month. That's all.
Hey, what time are you're doing the stream tomorrow still, Gorilla?
Every Thursday I stream.
Yeah, you're
gonna tonight's just a special one.
You're gonna be on around the regular time. I think it would be like 7 Pacific my time. Because I'm going to be working. I'm working my 9-hour shift tomorrow, so I'm going to have to see how that goes.
Well, we'll talk about tomorrow because the State of the Union's the big news for the week there, and I got that out of the way today.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did you hear what happened off the coast of Cuba today?
Nope. Was I supposed to?
There were some American boats that got too close, I guess, and the Cuban Coast Guard killed 4 Americans.
No, I did not hear about that.
Well, the mainstream media wasn't covering it, of course, from what I know. I only heard about it on 2C TV because he did a short, just like a 15-second short. I think I probably sent that to the group that you and Charlotte and Jay are in, that one group. I'm pretty sure I did post it there this morning before I started working.
It's not even trending on Twitter there. So
Yeah, from what I've learned so far, I think Tusi said there were 4 killed and another 6 injured. I think there were 2 boats of Americans, and they got too close. So, not a good move by Cuba, the way things are going right now in the world. I'm sure Trump has probably got some information about it already.
No, Cuba is a cornered animal that they know that they're going down, and they're just making a statement now.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, I noticed on YouTube, Cuba is begging Carney to help them. And I won't be surprised if Carney is dumb enough and crazy enough to actually offer Cuba aid. It's just, I'm just cringing to think what might happen there. But that's just going to add more fuel to Trump's tariffs and everything else, because Trump ain't going to look on that very lightly if it happens. And I don't want Carney sending my tax dollars to prop up that dictatorship in Cuba.
Yeah.
I'm really disgusted by a lot of the world leaders these days. He kind of stands out from the crowd as being the only one that's rational. And yet for being rational, he gets accused of being insane.
Yeah. I'm not finding anything on Twitter there. I even typed in Cuba there.
Okay.
I'm not finding anything, so nobody's posted anything on it.
If you check your Larry, Jordan, Jay, and Charlotte Facebook group there, the last thing on there is what I posted today, and that's basically pretty much all the information I've gotten so far. So
yeah,
maybe it's unconfirmed, but I don't think Tusi usually posts anything unless he's got pretty decent information about an actual event. So anyway, if you want to watch that.
I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I'm not finding any information on it.
Yeah.
There.
Well, as I say, I just saw his short video, which I sent to you on your group there.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out whenever.
Yeah. And Brother Jay, that'll be tomorrow. What group PvP's greatest lovers of all time? Roll on the floor laughing, Jay. I signed up for that group. They were armed Cuban nationals on a U.S. registered boat. Okay. Of course, Carney would in Cuba. He's a damn liberal.
He's a damn weasel, is what he is.
It wasn't like they took out American joyriders. Okay. Just for clarity. Okay, but I didn't hear any. I hadn't heard anything about it, so I wasn't sure what's going on.
Yeah, to see, there'll probably be something more about it in the next day or two, but I don't know. Maybe Tusi got his information wrong for once. Usually he's pretty reliable, but
all right, but I got some stuff I gotta do around the house here. So thank you everybody for going here. You are in that group, Charlotte. But you got anything going on PvP?
Nothing much. Just have some something to eat later, I guess, and get some sleep because I got to work my long day tomorrow. So yeah, other than that,
all right.
I guess.
Yeah. As for me tomorrow.
Whatever.
Yeah, as for me, the last cigar lounge is tomorrow. Then we'll have the Waltons review on Friday. So with that, everyone have a good night, and just remember.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In that.
see the smoking gorilla underneath the city lights. No filter on his chatter, screaming truth into the night. He's got a heart that's burning, but his lungs are full of ash. He speaks his mind so freely, and he'll never take it back. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Words are flashing through the sky. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Free and wild as the sparks fly. Crowds gather fascinated by the tales he leaves behind. Each word erupt like thunder from a restless field's mind. He drags on his ember glowing with each truth that takes a flight. Worlds collide in his perception, burning bright through the night. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Words are flashing through the sky. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Free and wild as the sparks fly. He's a lone star in the darkness, blazing trails against the dawn. A renegade of the jungle till his final breath is gone. 'Cause he won't hold back, he won't lie. Words are flashing through the sky. 'Cause he won't hold back, no he won't lie. Free and wild as the sparks fly.